1 hour a day can change your life. Most people overestimate what they can do in a day and underestimate what they can do in a year. They think they need to make huge leaps overnight to succeed, but success doesn't work that way. Success is built daily, not in a day. 1 hour, every day, applied with focused intention, compounds into a life that most people will never even touch. You don't have to flip your whole life upside down today. You don't need 12 hours of grinding. You don't need to quit everything and go live in a cave. You need one focused hour. 1 hour where you turn off the noise. 1 hour where you are intentional. 1 hour where you work on your skills, your business, your body, your mind. Something that moves you closer to the vision God put in your heart. See, the problem isn't that you don't have time. The problem is you're wasting the exact time you need for your breakthrough. 1 hour scrolling, 1 hour binge watching, 1 hour complaining. You already know where it's going. The seeds you're planting are producing a harvest, just not the harvest you want. Principle simple. Small seeds produce big harvests. No farmer plants one seed and expects a tree tomorrow, but plant that seed, water it daily, give it sunlight, give it time, and eventually it grows. It's the same with your life. 1 hour a day may look small today, but in a year, it looks like a new income, a new body, a new mindset, a new legacy. And in 5 years, people will call you lucky, but it won't be luck. It'll be the harvest you planted 1 hour at a time. Discipline isn't about restriction, it's about freedom. 1 hour of sacrifice today gives you decades of freedom tomorrow. Discipline is the price you pay today so you can collect a reward tomorrow. It's not punishment, it's preparation. Your future is not waiting for you somewhere out there. Your future is hiding inside your daily routine. It's in what you choose to do when nobody is watching. It's in whether you treat that 1 hour like it's sacred or you treat it like it's optional. Your future success, your future family, your future wealth, your future health, all of it is quietly tucked inside what you decide to do every single day. 1 hour a day can change your life, but only if you decide to own it, protect it, and work it like your life depends on it, because it does. So I dare you, starting today, to give yourself the gift of one focused hour every day. Stack the hours, stack the days, stack the victories. And one day, you'll wake up living in a reality that once only lived in your dreams. You don't need a miracle. You need a commitment. 1 hour a day, that's it. Now go make it happen. The power of daily consistency is the greatest secret weapon most people never tap into. Success doesn't happen because you did something once. Success happens because you did something long enough for it to create unstoppable momentum. Daily consistency is how the small becomes mighty. It's how the invisible becomes undeniable. One action by itself feels insignificant. You go to the gym one day, no difference. You make one sales call, no explosion. You study for 1 hour, no reward yet. But the magic isn't in the one time. The magic is in doing it again and again and refusing to quit even when it looks like nothing is happening. Consistency is what separates the dreamers from the achievers. It's not about how good you are on day one. It's about whether you're still showing up on day 100, on day 500, when the excitement has worn off and it's just you, your vision, and your discipline. Most people fail because they confuse feeling excited with being committed. Excitement is emotional. Consistency is spiritual. It's a covenant you make with yourself that says, I will show up whether I feel like it or not. Consistency compounds just like money does. 1 penny doubled every day for a month turns into over $5 million. But if you quit halfway through because it's just a penny, you lose the miracle. The same thing happens in your life. You're stacking pennies of progress every day. Every workout you finish, every book you read, every skill you practice, every moment you invest, They may look small today, but they're building a fortune that most people will never live long enough to collect because they gave up too soon. Daily consistency forces the universe to move. It demands a response. It may not come today, may not come tomorrow, but over time, your discipline will break down doors that talent alone could never open. The truth is, successful people are not superhuman. They are simply consistent. They learned to do what they said they would do, even after the mood they made the decision in has left them. And because of that, they walk in power that others only talk about. You want to change your life? You want to build wealth? You want to create a legacy that lasts? Then respect the power of daily consistency. It's not the grand gestures that change your destiny. It's the small, unseen, uncelebrated moments where you chose discipline over distraction, where you chose growth over comfort, where you chose your future over your feelings. That's the real game. And if you win there, you win everywhere. 1 hour of focused investment is the difference between wishing for a better life and building one. Most people confuse being busy with being productive. They run around all day, putting out fires, reacting to problems, answering emails, scrolling through social media, and they wonder why their life never changes. Activity without focus is just distraction in disguise. But 1 hour of pure, focused, intentional investment in your future every day will do more for you than 10 hours of random, scattered effort. Focus is a multiplier. 1 hour of deep, locked-in focus is worth more than a week of half-hearted multitasking. When you dedicate just 1 hour to the thing that matters most, the business you're trying to build, the skill you're trying to master, the body you're trying to transform, the vision you're trying to birth, you begin to tap into a level of power that most people never experience because they're too busy chasing distractions. 1 hour of focused investment isn't about doing a million things halfway. It's about doing one thing with excellence, with precision, with purpose. It's about pushing the needle forward in the area that matters most for your calling, your assignment, your destiny. You don't get paid for how many things you start. You get paid for what you finish. You get paid for what you master. You get paid for what you build with excellence. 1 hour of focused work every day separates you from the masses who are still stuck in cycles of wishing, wanting, and waiting. The truth is, the life you dream about isn't hiding behind some big mystery. It's sitting behind one decision you make every single day. Will you invest 1 focused hour, or will you let it slip away? 1 hour of intentional practice can turn you into an expert. 1 hour of sales calls can turn you into a top earner. 1 hour of content creation can build an audience that changes your income forever. 1 hour of studying your craft can position you as the authority people pay top dollar to access. It's not about the amount of time you have, it's about what you do with the time you've been given. Everyone has 24 hours. The winners are the ones who carve out a sacred hour and protect it like their future depends on it, because it does. You don't need more time, you need more focus. You need 1 solid hour where you shut out the world, you shut down the excuses, and you pour yourself into what actually builds your destiny. You don't check your phone, you don't answer every little ping, you don't let the noise in, you sit down, you show up, you lock in, and you work the vision like your life depends on it, because it does. Small seeds produce big harvest, but most people miss their harvest because they despise the size of their seed. They look at the small actions, the extra 20 minutes studying, the 1 new connection made, the single sales call, the workout they barely got through, and they think this doesn't matter. But what they don't realize is that greatness always starts small. Every towering oak tree was once a seed buried in the dirt, invisible, unnoticed, and uncelebrated. If you're willing to plant when nobody's clapping, you'll be ready to harvest when everybody's watching. The world celebrates results, but heaven rewards faithfulness. Your job is not to worry about the size of your seed. Your job is to plant it with faith, water it with discipline, and protect it with patience. Because the harvest is guaranteed to the one who refuses to quit. Every small action you take is a seed. Every time you show up when it's hard, when it's inconvenient, when no one else sees you, that's a seed going into the ground. And while it might seem invisible at first, something powerful is happening beneath the surface. Roots are forming, strength is being built, character is being forged, and eventually that seed will break through the dirt and become something you can see, something you can touch, something you can harvest, but only if you stayed faithful through the unseen season. You have to understand that everything big starts small. $1 million business starts with a single offer. A best-selling book starts with one messy paragraph. A six-figure body starts with one workout where you wanted to quit, but you didn't. A thriving marriage starts with one intentional conversation when you could have stayed silent. It's the small things that create the big things. It's the daily deposits that create the lifetime wealth. Most people miss it because they get bored. They think if it's not glamorous, it's not working. But the most powerful work is invisible at first. The soil doesn't show you the roots while they're growing. But without the root system, the tree would never survive the storm. Your small daily actions are building your root system. And the deeper the roots, the bigger the fruit. So the key is consistency. You can't plant a seed today and dig it up tomorrow because you don't see results. You can't work your business one week and quit the next because you didn't hit a jackpot. You have to stay planted long enough for the harvest to come. Faithfulness over time always beats talent without discipline. Small seeds planted daily will eventually create a harvest so big you'll have more than enough for yourself and everyone connected to you. But it starts with honoring the small beginnings. It starts with respecting the process. It starts with trusting that what you're doing today, no matter how small it looks, is creating a future far bigger than what you can see right now. Keep planting. Keep watering. Keep believing the harvest is already on its way. Most people are not missing opportunity. They're wasting the exact opportunity they already have. It's not that people don't have enough time to change their life. It's that they're mismanaging the time that could transform everything. 1 hour, one sacred, focused, intentional hour a day is all it would take to build the business, master the skill, change the body, write the book, deepen the relationship. But instead, that hour gets eaten alive by distractions disguised as entertainment. The truth is, most people throw away the very thing they're praying for. They pray for more money, but waste the hour they could be learning how to multiply it. They pray for better health, but waste the hour they could be moving their body. They pray for success, but waste the hour they could be building their craft. It's not a resource problem. Everyone has 24 hours, but not everyone treats them like they matter. Most people protect their Netflix time better than they protect their future. They know when the next show drops, they know when the next game starts, but they don't know the next move they should make to change their life. Distractions are expensive. Every minute spent on something that doesn't build you is a minute stolen from your destiny, and the bill for that theft comes due, sometimes not today, but eventually, and always at a price higher than you wanted to pay. You are either investing your time or you are spending it. And the difference between the wealthy and the broke, the fulfilled and the frustrated, the powerful and the powerless comes down to what they did with the same hours everyone else was given. Success isn't just about what you add to your schedule, it's about what you subtract. It's about cutting out the meaningless so you can double down on the meaningful. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they waste the hour they needed for mastery. They think they'll do it later. But later becomes next week becomes next year, and next year becomes, I guess it just wasn't meant to be. But it was meant to be if only they had protected that 1 hour. The scary part is how subtle it happens. It's just a few minutes here, a little comfort there, one small compromise at a time. But while you're sleeping on your calling, somebody else is waking up early and investing in theirs. While you're scrolling past opportunity, somebody else is building the skill set that's about to dominate your market. You don't lose in one big moment. You lose in 1,000 little wasted moments that you thought The good news is it's not too late. You can reclaim the hour. You can decide today that your future matters too much to be left to chance. You can decide that your calling is too valuable to be sold for the cheap entertainment of the moment. 1 hour reclaimed and redirected can change everything. But you have to stop wasting it. You have to stop giving your time to things that have no return on investment. The life you want is on the other side of one disciplined, focused, protected hour every day. Guard it, defend it, multiply it, because the only thing standing between you and the life you were designed for might just be the hour you keep giving away. Discipline is not a prison. Discipline is the pathway to freedom. Most people run from discipline because they think it's restrictive. They think it's about saying no, about missing out, about living a life of less. But the truth is, discipline is the highest form of self-respect. Discipline says, I value my future enough to pay the price today. The world will tell you freedom is doing whatever you want whenever you feel like it. But that's not freedom, that's slavery to your emotions. That's bondage to your impulses. Real freedom is waking up in a body you're proud of because you honored it when it was hard. Real freedom is having wealth because you made the investments when it was tempting to spend. Real freedom is moving through life on your own terms because you made sacrifices when everybody else was making excuses. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you know you're called to be. It's the invisible work that produces visible results. Every choice you make to practice discipline is you casting a vote for your highest self. Every time you choose to honor the plan instead of the momentary feeling, you put another brick in the foundation of a life that is unshakable. Without discipline, dreams stay dreams. Without discipline, potential dies unrealized. Without discipline, you live beneath your calling, looking up at a life you were meant to live, but never reached because you weren't willing to pay the price. Discipline demands payment up front, but it delivers rewards for a lifetime. Comfort pays you today and bankrupts you tomorrow. Discipline costs you today and makes you rich tomorrow. Rich in finances, rich in health, rich in peace, rich in purpose. The most powerful people you admire didn't get there because they were lucky. They got there because they mastered the art of self-control. They learned to tell themselves no today so they could tell themselves yes tomorrow. The crazy part is, no matter what, you are going to suffer. You either suffer the short-term pain of discipline or the long-term pain of regret. There's no avoiding the cost. The only difference is whether you pay on the front end by choice or on the back end by force. When you get serious about your life, you start looking at discipline differently. You realize that waking up early isn't punishment, it's privilege. You realize that building your business isn't a burden, it's a blessing. You realize that doing the hard things today is how you buy the ability to live easy tomorrow. Freedom doesn't come from avoiding responsibility. Freedom comes from owning your life fully. Freedom is the byproduct of discipline. Every day you practice it, you stack one more brick in the walls of your freedom. Every day you show up when you don't feel like it, you break the chains of mediocrity a little more. Discipline creates freedom. Discipline creates wealth. Discipline creates options. Discipline builds a life you don't have to escape from. And once you taste the freedom that comes from living discipline, you'll never settle for the cheap imitation of freedom the world tries to sell you. Choose discipline now and watch as freedom becomes your permanent reality. Your future isn't something waiting for you far off in the distance. Your future is hiding in your daily routine. It's tucked inside the small decisions you make when nobody is watching. It's shaped by what you do consistently, not by what you do occasionally. The life you're dreaming about, the success you're chasing, the breakthrough you're hoping for, it's already within your grasp. If you can master your routine, most people think they need a miracle. They think they need a lucky break. They think they need someone to come save them. What they really need is a new set of habits. Because the truth is, your habits are prophesying your future. Your routine is a sneak preview of the life you're building. You don't rise to the level of your dreams. You can want success all you want, but if your daily habits don't match your dreams, you're lying to yourself. If you say you want to be wealthy, but you spend more than you earn and you study nothing about money, your routine is writing a future of struggle, not abundance. If you say you want to be healthy, but you consistently choose comfort food over discipline, your body is going to reflect that decision. If you say you want to build a legacy, but you waste your evenings doing what's easy instead of what's necessary, your future will expose the truth. Excellence is never an accident. Greatness is not random. Success is systematic, and mediocrity is also systematic. Show me your routine and I can show you your future without ever meeting you, because your life is simply the harvest of your repeated actions. What you consistently water will grow, and what you consistently neglect will die. The scary part is that you can get so comfortable in your routine that you don't even realize you're building a life you don't want. You can drift into disappointment simply by doing nothing different. But the powerful part is that you can also decide at any moment to start planting new seeds. You can choose a new routine. You can choose new habits. You can choose to take ownership of your mornings, protect your evenings, and guard your focus. You can choose to act like your future depends on your daily decisions, because it does. Every great destiny is hidden in boring, consistent days. It's not the big dramatic moments that shape you, it's the small, quiet ones. The moments when you choose to get up early and work, the moments when you choose to shut off the distractions and study, the moments when you choose to honor your commitments even when no one would know if you didn't. Those are the moments that are building the version of you that's capable of living the life you see in your mind. You don't need a new life, you need a new daily routine. You need to wake up every morning and act like your dreams are depending on you, because they are. You need to move through your day like you're already becoming the person you said you wanted to be, because you are. You need to honor your habits like they're sacred, because they are. Writing your future in permanent ink. Your future's not out there somewhere. It's right here, right now. Hidden in the ordinary actions you're either taking or avoiding. If you want to change your life, don't chase a fantasy, change your routine, because your routine is your real future in disguise. So here's the truth. Your future is not some far-off dream. It's hiding in the actions you take every single day. It's in the hour you dedicate to your goals. It's in the small seeds you plant that will one day grow into a harvest that shocks you. It's in the discipline you choose to apply even when it feels uncomfortable. And it's in the daily routine you commit to day after day, no matter what. 1 hour a day, when focused and invested, can change everything. Small seeds planted consistently will grow into massive opportunities. Discipline creates the freedom you've been searching for, and the truth is, your future is already within your reach. It's tucked inside the choices you make today. It's hiding in the small, seemingly insignificant moments that, when stacked together, become the foundation of the life you were destined to live. So let me leave you with this. Don't wait for a miracle to show up. Be the miracle. Invest 1 hour. Stay consistent. Practice discipline. Show up daily. And in time, you'll look back and realize that the life you always dreamed of didn't come from luck or chance. It came from the relentless, powerful decisions you made each and every day. Your future is waiting, but it's hiding in your routine. What you choose to do with your time today will determine the life you live tomorrow. So go and make it happen, because the world is waiting for what only you can give.